nice crowd. Please join me. In the responsive reading, thanks to the late Fred Rogers, he did a little PBS work. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive.
It's such a happy feeling, you're growing inside.
It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling.
The feeling you know you're alive.
It's such a good feeling to know you're in tune.
It's such a happy feeling to find you're in bloom.
It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling.
The feeling you know that we're friends.
Talk to me of love. Ring the world with kindness. Hold fast to all things. Talk to me of love. Hold fast to all things. trouble and you need a helping hand, and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. When the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, that's Michigan. Keep your head together, why don't you call my name out loud? Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. You did good.
How do you follow Carole King and Robin? Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Robin, for your talents, Dr. Smith, for your introduction, Sarah, for getting that all together, and many more for this opportunity to preach. The warm opening of the music and the readings and this backdrop of your Fountain Street Church. And Jim Irwin is one of your ushers. Jim, are we related? Where'd Jim go? Actually, we're not, but the Irwin name is a great name in West Michigan, although I paved my own way. True confession, last time I was in your great sanctuary was in the middle of the Mardi Gras celebration back in February. This morning feels a little bit different. Or should I ask, where are your costumes? It's a great celebration for a great time. Karen Dunham, thanks for setting that up. In elementary school, I wanted to be on TV. In junior high, on Broadway. In high school, I wanted to be on the radio. Today, I proudly hold a Master of Science degree in physical therapy. So why am I introduced as a host producer for the WGVU morning show? That story will come. Got passion? Yes, I've broken a 10 commandment from the marketing campaign Got Milk. It's on my pen. Got milk, it's real. So forgive me, Lord, as albeit a phrase that's not the best in our English grammar, it does fit my comments to you, the esteemed listening congregation. Again, thanks for being here. I do want to talk to you today about the topic of passion. That's what I can bring to this podium. I'm not a reverend, perhaps another sin. I'm not a member of your congregation yet. But when you're asked to give a special Sunday sermon, this almost last Sunday sermon for the summer, before the real deal Pastor Wooden comes back to visit, I said yes, and it's what I often do. So what could I possibly share with you? Not being a biblical scholar, but wait, I have a passion. It's what drives me, and maybe it could drive you. Since today's theme, Got Passion. And yes, I took a picture of that outside marquee, Got Passion, and that's what my Facebook friends followed. So thank you for that. As noted in the bulletin, Nelson Mandela quoted as saying, "There is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that is less than the one that you are capable of living." Passion, as defined by dictionary.com. Any powerful or compelling emotion or feeling as love or hate. A strong or extravagant fondness, enthusiasm, or desire for anything. And yes, in a biblical sense, the sufferings of Christ from the Last Supper to his death on the cross. Passion, as defined by my Facebook friends. Joe says his passion is simply family. One friend says having the faith, belief, and trust in God to live your faith out loud every day. It is passion. I have some dear friends here I call my yayas. Yayas, give me a shout out. We broke another commandment. Friends, that's what it's all about. Cheryl says she has a passion for curiosity, for learning. She looks at the horizon for the next incoming wave. Sue says her passion is to connect with people. Another friend says we must have passion to carry out the path God has chosen for us, or your higher being. She says, I'm very passionate about my love for the Lord. Mover and shaker in town that's dealt with her challenges, Goodwill Industries of West Michigan CEO, the word passion evokes a powerful response in and of itself. Not a word of degrees, its imagery is compelling. Have you got passion? More on passion's place in the Bible. I really wanted to do my homework and begin with Genesis and make it through Revelations and count the number of times passion was placed, and that project's been put on hold. But maybe there's a biblical scholar who will take that responsibility and get back to me. But my friend Ruth did some research, and it cost me a breakfast. She reminds us there's a verse that speaks about the joy set before Jesus as he endured the cross. Paul's passion, both as he killed Christians and then as he changed and still was passionate about spreading the gospel of Christ. Daniel in the lion's den. Peter as he cut off an ear. Stephen as he gave a great speech, knowing the possible outcome, and all the apostles as they, all but one, died a martyr. Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men. Romans 12:10 through 11, love one another with brotherly affection, outdo one another in showing honor, do not be slothful in zeal, be fervent in spirit, serve the Lord. And I'd like to think Jesus was human. He seemed to like what he did. He had a passion for healing, preaching, sharing his love of God his Father, helping others because of his passion just to do so. There are both sides to a story. Yes, that happens in the news business. As I mentioned, passion may not all be positive in the Bible. Passion in biblical studies refers to the suffering. Passion being the Latin for suffering or enduring something arduous of Jesus. This use of passion as an intense feeling, a desire to pursue, comes from the idea that one suffers for a cause, something they care about even until death. And yes, in the Bible, such zeal is often attached to violent acts for those who are zealous for the Lord, as it were. That definition didn't come out in dictionary.com. So now that both sides of passion are out in the open, I share this notion of passion in perhaps the more secular way. I want you to get passion the way you and God have worked out for the positive. Be zealous, but don't hurt yourself. The website wakeupcloud.com lists the 5 top reasons to find and follow your passion. For fulfillment, for expertise. The world needs our expertise and wants to see you work this passion. For growth. In order to grow, push yourself, reach out of your comfort zone. Synchronicity, maybe better said in this atmosphere. The stars have aligned, the universe works in mysterious ways. God is looking out for you to follow your passion. Or change, stop making excuses and start taking action. So you are convinced, you say, yes, I got passion. What do you do with it? What may God want you to do with it? I got passion. Landed me in Grand Rapids 13 years ago with a new direction. Let me share a bit of my story. I do host and produce a morning radio show. Several of you in here have been outstanding guests. I also have a physical therapy degree, a master's of science, and yes, there has been a career change. I did want to get into the broadcast business early in life, but I liked the healing profession. It was an occupation where jobs were plentiful. You helped people. I liked science and math. So I practiced physical therapy for about 15 years down south, Indianapolis, Savannah, Georgia, Raleigh, Durham. Got to see the world. Then I dabbled a little bit in theater. And I liked the bright lights. And I remembered those early childhood passions. And then my boyfriend broke up with me. So I knew it was time to make a move back to the Midwest. So I moved to Rochester, Michigan, got a nice, comfortable physical therapy job, enjoyed my patients, helped many. But that burning passion kept coming back to me at age 38. Had the white picket fence, the two little dogs that are in rainbow heaven, and for some reason that passion kept coming back to me. So after some brief talking, reading, praying, to make a very long story short, I decided to pursue that passion. I enrolled in an 8-month broadcasting school, interned, poured coffee into the host's cup. No, I do not ask my intern to do that now. Worked at WJR ABC Radio in Detroit, produced, exclusively interviewed Arnold Schwarzenegger, just to drop one name. I traveled, more production, some physical therapy on the side, and then for 2.5 years I knew it was time to pursue that passion in a full-time degree. And hence the WGVU job came up. I explored it, and obviously 13.5 years later, I can't wait for Monday. So there we are. So I leave today's party, ladies, early so I can prepare for Monday. Was God with me along this journey? You bet. I have a relationship with God, with Jesus, a strong faith, not often worn on my sleeve, but he's with me. He is overseeing Rainbow Heaven, where all our animals spend eternity, for goodness sake, and so I've got to stay in touch with him. And he continues to boost me along with today's journey, and together we fill up those guests from 9 to 11 on the WGVU Morning Show, Monday through Friday. Besides the career change, he's nudged me to get involved with the community, as should you. Sharing time, talents, and treasures for causes that need their community, that Grand Rapids needs. The Humane Society, Circle Theater, Gilda's Club, the YWCA, too many to list, that need our help. We are so blessed in West Michigan to have this philanthropic opportunity to be able to give in our own way. And so I hope you have been called to volunteer in your passionate field, and maybe that means right here at Fountain Street Church. And yes, God has pushed me to the limits of fitness, as we all should treat our bodies 99% of the time healthily. I had the honor of being called to participate in these crazy endurance activities: swim, bike, run. What am I running to? Maybe better said, what am I running from? My first triathlon and open water swim about 5 years ago, God and I had quite the discussion while I was backstroking through that first leg, and that's the truth. Yesterday was a 6-mile bike tour in the rain. God works our challenges in mysterious ways when you follow your passion. This summer I completed in the World Championship long distance triathlon in Sweden, and you know God was with me along that 9-hour journey. That journey because, yes, I got passion. What's your passion? And how do you follow through with that idea, that dream, that constant nudge from your God, your higher being, to take a risk on a new career, a new opportunity, a new habit, or making a new friend. So stealing now from the retired David Letterman, you know where I'm going here. According to me, top 10 ways to act on your passion. Pray about it. Talk to your God. Talk about it to the human, especially those who support you. Make a list. The good, the bad, the ugly. What are the options to pursuing your passion, to making your personal passion to good use? Try it out. Test the waters. Take a class in broadcasting. Take a class in cooking. Ask to give a reading at the next Sunday service. Say yes to uncomfortable situations that you may have a passion for, but you're afraid to volunteer. Number 6, pass it on. If you see others with a passion for good, be their surrounding ear. Encourage them. Hang out with others who have a zest for their passion. It's contagious. Be accountable. If you've made your decision, every day do something that pushes you to that passionate place. Seek out mentors. Who's doing that passionate activity you want to be doing? Number 2, sleep on it. Pursuing your passion may be stressful. Rest up. Take care of yourself. According to my top 10 list, what is number 1? I'm going to sin and steal again. One more marketing phrase, just do it. Start this afternoon. If you've got passion for a cause, you are destined to be living an engaged, positive, and abundance-focused life. Here's a quote from Harriet Tubman. Every great dream begins with the dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Fountain Street Church has a passion. You are all about deeds more than creeds, about liberation more than salvation, about justice more than righteousness, and you have a vision to strive to be a vibrant church community that challenges individuals to craft their own spiritual journeys and to engage in creative and responsible action in the world. Fountain Street Church, you've got passion. So thank you for allowing me to share my words, including the words in the special chosen hymns, the responsive reading, and we'll finish ultimately with all God's children got rhythm. The Scott message is real. It's on a pen. It's in my heart. And it's even in song, Robin. Let's all have the passion to follow, to grow in, to be an example of doing God's work so that heaven will be our eternal home. Thank you.
Positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the eternal. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread